find that success breeds success.
Okay.
Losing some weight, feeling better about that, seeing that my functionality has improved is motivating. And then there are times when I'm not motivated and I forgive myself. And then I do some activity, just do something. Go out for a walk, just be active. I mean, if you think about what our lives were until about 100 years ago, everyone walked everywhere. Now we eat many of the wrong foods and we don't get very much exercise.
And we drive around the Walmart parking lot for 10 minutes looking for the space closest to the front door.
Right.
Versus walk through that parking lot.
Well, that's right. Park outside the parking lot and walk the distance. Do something. And I just find that I'm proud of myself when I do that. And it is not always easy, but the point of it is that you don't have to put on a sweatsuit and recognize that you're going to now go out and kill yourself and it's going to hurt afterwards. It's none of that. It's none of that. And Dallas has taught me that. I've worked with a lot of trainers and coaches, and it was always wind sprints and, you know, grinding it out and no gain, no pain, no gain.
And there is value in wind sprints.
Say again?
There is value in wind sprints.
Absolutely.
In their appropriate place.
But in terms of being motivated,
yes.
If someone told me this morning I'd have to get out of bed and go run wind sprints, man, would I be demotivated. But if someone said, look, get out of bed and just get yourself stretched.
Right.
I start stretching, I start to feel better. Now, starting to feel better, you know, maybe I'll go out and run a little bit or walk a little bit. And I am convinced that for people who are of advanced age, there is no question that by doing that stretching, you will feel better. I know I'm feeling it. And you can reverse the process. You absolutely can.
Have you found that you have more energy at all?
Much.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And a big part of that, too, is food I'm eating. Absolutely. And Dallas and Dr. Boyd set me on the right path. What a team, by the way. I mean, that's a terrific team for improving my life.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So what I think I've heard us say today is that we don't have to have these big expensive equipment or leotards or do wild and crazy things.
Yeah, I sold my leotards.
We're glad. That we can do simple movements, like the movement that you described of, you know, bending down to your refrigerator, you know, and doing it in a different way.
Rocking back on the heels to squat.
Yeah.
It's not easy, by the way.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm serious. When you haven't done it, I mean, we used to do it when you were a kid. Do it now.
Okay.
It's really hard.
Okay.
But do it holding on to something initially.
Right.
And then when you find that you can do it and you rock back on your heels like that, I mean, that was a fabulous exercise. Then you go to deadlift. And
Sure.
By the way, the other thing that this guy has done is he's a wonderful communicator on email.
Okay.
And he began sending me articles about particular kinds of exercises. And, you know, you leave those around the house. Oh, yeah, you know, I forgot to do that. And so you start doing that exercise because you've got a reminder around the house.
Very good. So it's small movements, small changes, if you will, can really make a profound impact.
Huge.
And that it can be self-motivating because we're feeling better, we have more energy, and as we continue, it's self-perpetuating.
And it is a lifelong process. I mean, small changes, small improvements, but over the course of days, weeks, months, years, decades, we're looking at preserving physical capacity and how good you feel and what you're able to do over your whole life.
And the people who recognize it in my life, the most important people who recognize my change physically are my 6 grandkids, my oldest one particularly. I'm on the floor with him, and at 6 years old, he is amazed that Poppy can do what he does. And when he was first born, I was doing things, but I'd get up feeling like an old man. Things hurt. They don't hurt anymore.
But now you can do the things that
Oh,
you
yeah.
wanted to do.
Yeah.
Perfect
Gentlemen,
example.
Thank you. Evan, thank you for sharing your personal experience
My
with
pleasure. Thank
how
you
this
for
has helped.
having me.
And Dallas, thank you for sharing your
pleasure.
expertise. I'd like to invite our audience to begin thinking about how you can incorporate more physical activity into your own life. Today is the first conversation that we're having with Dallas, and stay tuned. We're going to be incorporating more of this into future shows where we're actually going to show you some things that you can do in the privacy of your own home to begin increasing the amount of physical activity, show you some of the exercises, if you will, that Dallas has used with Evan and others to help him improve his functionality and his performance defined by being able to do the things that we want to be able to do in our life. Thank you for joining us on the show today. We look forward to having you on a future session of Healthy Living. Take care and have a good day.